A once-in-a-lifetime experience here today at PNG Field in Altoona, PA, as the Turkeyfoot Rams battle the Shea Panthers on this beautiful April day. Hello everyone, Luke Bowers with you here all today once again, but this day is something a little different. We are here at an amazing experience for both teams here at Altoona as Shea Panthers get set to take on the Turkeyfoot Rams. Now obviously both teams are beyond excited to have this opportunity, and I'm sure each team is looking to pull away with a memorable victory. But if you look at this Turkeyfoot Rams roster, they're coming to town as hot as they have been all seasons. They have won back-to-back games against Pawpaw and Mapletown and have racked up a total of 27 runs in the process. Now, that mainly has been because of the power that has been shown at the plate in those past two games, including the dominance Will Toy has had in all the past two games. Toy's been the unsung hero of this team, both on defense and on offense. To date, Toy holds a batting average of .367 and had 11 hits, 7 RBIs, and had an on-base percentage of .457. So today, I got a chance to talk to Will about his success this season and how he plans to continue it here today. This is what he had to say. Hello everyone, Luke Bowers here with Senior Will Toy. Is going to be starting at shortstop today. And Will, I appreciate you taking the time to answer some of my questions. And first question I have for you today is, what do you think has led to your success at the plate this season?
This year, I think just putting in the time and having fun at practice and just doing my thing has really made me do good this season.
Yeah, you're having a great season so far. You've been doing really well to play and on the field. So how do you plan to continue that today here?
I just need to focus on what I'm doing and putting the bat on the ball and put it in play.
That's right. And now, what's been your favorite part about the baseball season so far this year?
I think the bus rides, honestly. Like, just listening to music.
There you go.
Traveling, getting food, stuff like that.
That's right. Those are some of the little memories that are the best. Yep. Last question, the fun question of the day. Do you like seeds or gum better?
Seeds, I think.
Seeds?
Just because you can just chew them in the outfield and stuff
Okay,
like that.
What kind of seeds are you? What's your favorite kind?
I like bacon and then the dill pickle.
Bacon. You heard it from the man himself. Bacon and dill pickle seeds. Will Toy here. We'll be back right after this, everyone. As we welcome you back here at the People's Natural Gas Field, where the Rams and Panthers are currently getting set to face each other in a Westpac South baseball matchup, we'll take a look at the numbers of the ace and starting pitcher here today for Turkeyfoot, Blake Nicholson. Now, Nicholson has been nothing but dominant this season from the rubber as he leads the Rams in wins at 3, totaling a 3-1 overall record over 15 innings pitched. Now, in those double-digit innings thrown, he has retired 22 batters while allowing only 12 hits, 13 walks, and holds an ERA of 3.73. Now, for the visiting Panthers, they know what to expect from this senior Nicholson as they faced him back on opening day in Confluence, where they were only able to gather 2 hits as they fell to the Rams 15-0. But that game was played back when the Shade team hadn't played a game, and ever since then they gained a lot of experience over the past 7 contests. And as a team that, so earlier I talked to first season head coach Don Fife about what his team plans to do here today, and how gaining some more experience lately will impact their game here this afternoon. This is what he had to say. Hello everyone, Luke Bowers here with manager of the Shade Panthers, Don Fife. Don, I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and answer some of these questions here today. And my first question for you is, how excited are you and your team to have this awesome opportunity to play here at such a beautiful field and high-class baseball thing they have here at Altoona?
Oh, it's an awesome experience, for a team that, we had no season last year, so, for the curve to step up and allow the kids to come play, it's kind of making up a little bit for what they lost last year. And, guys are excited. We talked about this all year, so, the day's here and a beautiful day.
Most definitely. And now, what's the message that you're telling your team heading into today's game?
First and foremost, it's just to enjoy the experience. We, probably never going to get this opportunity again, so just enjoy it. Don't worry about wins or losses. Just go out and enjoy this game, because you'll remember it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's definitely right. Now, obviously your team this season has some guys step up big at the plate, like a Dominic, Craycraft, Merrick, to name a few. How big have those guys been for you throughout the season?
Oh, they've been huge. They've been hitting well in key situations. We've been struggling as a team, but those guys have been the bright spots. Off and on, there's a couple other guys that are getting timely hits, but for the most part, those guys have really carried us.
Now, what is one thing your team has to do today to get the victory?
Well, I think we just need to feel. We've been, some games we have a ton of errors, and we can't do that. We gotta make the routine plays, and when we get an opportunity to get an out, we have to execute.
Yeah, that's right. Defense is key today. This is Luke Bowers with Don Fife. We'll be back right after this, everyone. A great interview there with Shades manager Don Fife. And now, obviously, the Panthers have struggled here to start with their record sitting at 1-6, but they were able to get a victory against a very talented Shanksville team where they knocked off the Vikings 15-14 in a very exciting baseball game. Now, currently, the Panthers this season have been led by senior Cody Dominic, who leads the team in hits at 6th and has a batting average of .462 on the year. But Dominic isn't the only player here on this Shade team that has been a key factor this season. Other players like Austin Craycraft leads the team in batting average at .500, and sophomore Blake Merrick has also contributed with 4 hits and has a batting average of .400. But even with that success at the plate, one question that hangs in the air is how Shade will do today on the pitching side of things. The home team today played a game yesterday against Finette Metal where they came up short 2-15. In that one. More importantly, after today, the Shade Ball team will play one more game at Myersdale on Thursday, so it'll be interesting to see what Fife and his team will do today when it comes to who we will see on the mound, and also the number of pitches each pitcher will throw. But for now, we will have to wait and see, as we are under a half an hour before first pitch here in Altoona. Stay with us as we will catch up with Hunter Holiday from Turkeyfoot and interview their interim manager, Brian Toy, right after this. Back here at beautiful PNG Field, let's swing it over to my interview with senior and starting first baseman Hunter Holiday. Obviously an exciting day for everyone here today. And what's it like to play some baseball here at Altoona? And how excited you get out here?
It's just a real neat experience. It's a great time. It looks like a great day to play baseball.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, what's going to be the big factor here today in your team getting victory? How do you plan on contributing to that success?
I think we need to hit a good bit today and just play the field how we usually do and just get lots of hits out there today.
Now, what is the best color flavor of Gatorade you want?
I mean, nobody else likes lemon lime, but I think lemon lime is pretty good.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Lemon lime, he said. We've got lemon lime, Hunter Holiday with us today. Thank you so much.
No problem.
That's right, Hunter Holiday, who we starting at first base today for Turkeyfoot, and we're trying to bring a win back to Confluence here today. Now, in the meantime, I was able to talk to interim manager Brian Toy about today's game and what his team is going to do this afternoon to secure the victory. Back here on the baseball field with interim head coach of the Rams, Brian Toy. Brian, thanks for taking the time with us today to answer a few questions. And my first question is, you guys come to town here red hot with 2 straight victories. How do you plan to continue that success here today?
Just put the ball in play and play good defense.
That's right. Keeping the thing simple, right?
Yep.
And you have a real core group of seniors this year with 7. And how's that group of seniors contributed to your team's success this year?
Well, their leadership, they lead by example. Not too many raw guys, which is good.
Yeah.
They just got there and get it done. So
That's all you can ask for,
the
right?
same thing. Yep.
Yep. And so the last question of the day is, what's one thing that you think you guys have to do to defeat the Shape?
Play good defense. And again, put the ball in play. Just put the bat on the ball.
Yep, you heard it from the interim head coach Brian Toy himself. Put the ball in play and good defense. Well, you heard it from the manager himself. Brian Toy and his Turkeyfoot team will look to make it 3 games in a row as Blake Nicholson, Cameron Kemp, and Jesse Culp all get set to compete here today. We'll be back for my 3 keys to the game right after this quick break. We welcome you all back here to the broadcast booth as we take a look at my 3 keys to the game for both teams. For the Shade Panthers, my initial key for the home team today is move on from the past. Shade has really struggled here in the first half of the season, but today couldn't be a better time to move on and get their 2nd win of the season here today. Now, my next key for Shade is get runners on base. This season, the Panthers haven't got runners on base as much as they like to, but today is going to be a big factor in working the pitcher and making sure they find a way to get on the base pads. Now my final key is strong defensive effort. This Turkeyfoot team likes to hit the ball and put it in play. Now even if the Rams do hit the ball, and it won't quite matter if the Panthers can make the outs and play really good defense, will they support their pitcher. Now first off for the Rams, I picked senior leadership. Turkeyfoot has 7 seniors on their roster today, and they're going to have to step up in every way possible to help lead this veteran team to victory this afternoon. Now my second key for the visitors is limit the stranded runners. This key may be the ultimate key here today for the Rams, because all season long this has been a big hurt when it comes to trying to put runs on the scoreboard. So today Turkeyfoot will really need to keep the runners left on base at a minimum. My final key of the day for the team in blue and gray is don't let the moment overcome you. This key really has 2 meanings, and the first is the Rams need to get the nerves out early and not let the big stage here today distract them from their ultimate goal. Now the second part to this key is the Rams are very confident heading into today's game, as they should be, winning their past 2 games, but they need to not get overconfident and lose control of the game. Well, those are my 3s to the game for each team as we take one final intermission before presenting you the starting lineups and first pitch right here on my YouTube channel in Altoona. here at Altoona. Let's take a look at Turkeyfoot's lineup today. Leading off for the Rams will be the senior Will Toy. Batting second in center field is Cameron Kemp. Number 28, batting third, Brandon Trussler. Batting fourth, Blake Nicholson on the mound. Batting fifth, Jesse Culp at third. In the sixth spot is Hunter Holiday at first base. Batting seventh is Grant Grove catching. Eighth is Bryce Schmidt at second base. And Stephen Hoover batting ninth and right field. So we swing it back over the field. First pitch is just about ready to be thrown as Will Toy sells in. And the first pitch is tossed. Pitching today for the Shade Panthers will be Cody Adomnik. It's the first pitch. The Toy is taken outside for ball number one. An excellent day for baseball, and that one's cracked by Toy down the left field line. That's going to go fair. Toy's rounding first base bag, and William Toy will start out the game with a double for the Rams, and the Rams dugout's fired up about that one. As Will Toy with a soft line drive over there to left field, and just barely stayed in play, but it'll get the job done, and a double for Will Toy puts a man in scoring position early here for Turkeyfoot, with Cameron Kemp coming up to bat. Toss by Dominic, popped up high in the center field. Therefore it is Shade to make the out, and that will be out number one as Cameron Kemp flies out to center field for the first out of the game here today, and that will bring up Brandon Trussler to the plate. Trussler this season currently has a 208 batting average, has 6 RBIs and 6 hits, leads the team in walk right now with 7. As Adomnik throws that one, a sharp one off the pitcher's mound. That one will bounce off Adomnik, and Trussler will reach first base as the ball was driven back there to the right-handed pitcher for Shade. As the umpire comes out to check on him, and it appears he'll be okay. So, it appears that Adomnik will be okay as he settles back onto the mound. And that will bring up Blake Nicholson to the plate here for the Rams. Nicholson, as we talked about earlier, has been so dominant this season for Turkeyfoot as Trussler takes off for second. And he'll get there safely with a stolen base as the pitch to Nicholson was up high in the zone for ball number one. And Nicholson leads the team in hits, 14 RBIs at 15. Extra base hits at 6 as he chops that one down the third baseline. Over there to interim head coach Brian Toy. And he also leads the team in home runs at 2 in that big performance the other day against Pawpaw, where he had those 2 bombs to deep center field, almost in the same location both times. And of course, Nicholson trying to do something similar today here at Altoona. The pitch from Adomnik, foul back. The umpire signals there as it appears Nicholson must have got a tad bit of a piece of that one. And that will move the count to a ball and 2 strikes here with 1 out in the top of the first inning. Rams have runners at second and third. Nicholson trying to bring him home. The right-hander for Shade. The fireball home. Fouled up in the air, and that one will fall over into the seats there for a foul ball. As Nicholson stays alive and gets something on the ball there to keep the count up 1-2. Adomnik will try to get Nicholson here with a 1-2 count. The set, the throw home. Missed outside by a good margin, even up the count at 2-2 there as it hooked over on the right side of the plate as the fastball there by Adomnik just didn't quite find the zone. So with the count knotted up at 2-2, Adomnik trying to still work from the mound. Nicholson, he'll foul that one again off of his arm as Nicholson spoils the nasty fastball there from Adomnik. Nicholson so far doing a good job by working that pitch count of Adomnik there inside the box. He's made him throw 7 pitches so far on this at bat. Adomnik will try to get out of it. The senior throws home, misses in for ball 3, and now the count's loaded up. If you're Adomnik right now on the mound, the last thing you want to do is lose the batter Nicholson. Meanwhile, on the opposite side for Nicholson, you're going to want to try to find your way to go on base here after this long count. We'll see what happens. Dominic can't get Nicholson, and that will put Nicholson on base on the ball for a walk. And the Ducks are on the pond now here for Jesse Culp. They come to the plate for the Turkeyfoot Rams here at Altoona. Culp this season the other day had a really successful practice. The whole team did the other day at Confluence, and he'll rip that one in the gap. That will score one. Around third is Tressler, and 2 runs will score for Turkeyfoot thanks to the ground ball up the gap. And 2 RBI to start off the day for Culp. Gets the Rams on the board by 2, and as I mentioned there, the other day in practice, Culp was doing a very good job of putting the ball in play and was really having a strong practice. And I talked to Coach Toy there about that. And in the meantime, Hunter Holiday gets hit inside to put him on. So Dominic right now just struggling to find some consistency on the mound as he hits Holiday there to once again load up the bases. But this time for Grant Grove, the senior who wears number 11 on his jerseys. Both teams wearing their blue uniforms today. Both teams have very similar colors, so a little hard to tell who's who here. Both with those blue jerseys, gray pants, and a little bit of a difference there in the color of the numbers. But Turkeyfoot showing them what they got here as Grove lines that one over the second. The second baseman there tags the runner Holiday, and now Holiday will get out. As a little bit of confusion here is now we got all kinds of things going on as Holiday slides, but in the meantime, the runner will score from third. As all kinds of craziness there as Holiday was coming to second. He was tagged out there by the second baseman from the Panthers on the fielder's choice, but Holiday thought he was out, and he actually was not, because the second baseman there for Shea dropped the ball. As the runner Grove still stirred, he'll slide in safely. The ball gets by, and now Grove will score from second, and the Rams are on fire here as they're up 5-0 as Grant Grove gets from second to third to home. And my goodness, it's a 5-0 game here with Schmidt at the plate for Turkeyfoot. And that one gets by the catcher of the Panthers for ball number 1 here on Schmidt. So now the pitch is to Schmidt. Once again misses the zone. This time for ball number 2. And with 2 outs, Schmidt has 2 balls on him here. The sophomore waits the pitch, and that will actually be, correction there, that will be ball 4. No, it appears that Schmidt only has 3 balls there, so we were right as Schmidt started to trot down the line there. I got a little confused what the count was there, and it was actually 3-0. Schmidt thought it was 4-0, so Schmidt will have to make his way back down the line into the batter's box here. And now the umpire down the first baseline will come to meet the home plate umpire to talk things over to make sure they have the count right here. It appears they do, as they home plate umpire there gives a tap on the back there to the first base umpire, and they'll make their way back over to their respective duties. And with a 3-0 count and 2 outs, Schmidt most likely taking the pitch here as he has the bat up high. And that one's called for a strike on the outside corner of the dish to move it to the hitter's count at 3-1. Dominic trying to work his way out of this inning. He has 2 outs on him right now. A 5-0 game. Schmidt makes contact with that one as he knocks it down out of play for a foul ball and strike number 2. With Stephen Hoover over there in the circle waiting to bat next. here for the Rams. Schmidt currently has a 150 batting average on the year, trying to get that number up a little bit here. And a cold strike 3, the curveball freezes the batter Schmidt, and the Panthers get out of the inning thanks to 3 Ks in a row from their pitcher Dominic to end the top of the first. We'll be back for the bottom of the first right after this. Score from Altoona, 5-0 Turkeyfoot.
I'm starting to figure out what you're making.
And back here at Altoona, the Panthers are coming to plate here in the bottom of the first with a Dominic leading things off. Their pitcher coming up to bat here to start off the game as Nicholson sets and comes from the mound. That one's flied over down the first base line. Holiday has room, but it'll bounce into the seats. It's a little bit too far out of play there, out of Holiday's reach for a foul ball. And strike number 1 here on the right-handed batter, Dominic. As he comes set inside of the box, he'll wait the pitcher from Nicholson. The ace throws that one, blows it, skips off of the catcher's equipment there of Grove. So it'll make its way over there to the shade dugout down the first base line. Meanwhile, the Rams are stationed over at the third base dugout. As the gun from Nicholson swung on right back to Nicholson, and they'll find inside of the pocket of Nicholson's glove, and he'll pick it up and throw it over to first base for out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. And now that will bring up Justin Romsberg to the plate here for shade, as takes a few hits there with the bat off the plate. And the right-hander Nicholson will throw that one. That one's driven down the line once again, and this time it'll make its way into the seats once more. So there, both of those first pitches by Nicholson has been fouled back by the 2 Shea Panthers batters over there down the first base line, and Nicholson will take it though, as that's a strike, and he gets Romsberg swinging on pitch number 2 to make it an 0-2 count here with one out, and Nicholson's trying to make it out number 2 here from the hill. Nicholson pushes off that rubber. The throw home. The batter, Romsberg, spoils the pitch outside. A good pitch there from Nicholson, but Romsberg was able to get that bat and cross the plate in time and just get off the end of the barrel there to stay alive here with an 0-2 count and 1 out. Next pitch from Nicholson, right down inside. That one's a little dribble over to Schmidt. He bobbles with it, but he'll get it in time and toss it over to Hunter Holiday at first base for out number 2. Bang bang play there from Schmidt to Holiday. So he gets Ronsberg just in time. And let's take a look at how the Rams will be positioned on the field today. Brendan Trussler in left field, Cameron Kemp in center field, Stephen Hoover down in right field, Jesse Culp at third base, Will Toy at short, Bryce Schmidt there at second, Hunter Holiday at first, and Blake Nicholson on the mound, and Grant Grove doing the catching as the first pitch there to the Shea batters taken for ball number 1. Here on Lucas Haynes, the number 3 batter. And this Panthers order as he rips that one over off of the home team's dugout there of the Panthers. And that will put the count at 1-1 here on this beautiful afternoon day at People's Natural Gas Field in Altoona. As Nicholson throws the third pitch on the at-bat outside on Haynes for ball number 2. As Haynes takes a few taps there off the plate, Nicholson gives the nod to his battery mate Grant Grove behind the dish. Can't find the location, and he falls behind in the count at 3-1 here with 2 outs. On the year, the batter Haynes has a .231 average, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, a walk, and scored twice so far. And he'll rip that one to right field, a hooker. And that one will land foul over there down by where the pitchers warm up there on the first base line. And now with the count full, both pitcher and batter here are trying to battle to win this at bat. And it appears that Haynes will win it as he picks up the walk on the inside pitch to put him on base and bring up Austin Craycraft to the plate here today for Shea. And we talked about it earlier about how big Craycraft has been for this Shea Panthers team. And he's batting .500 on the year, which leads the Panthers. An excellent throw there from Grove to second base, but Haynes a little bit too speedy there as Grove can't get him in time, and Haynes will slide in safely and pick up a stolen bag here in the bottom of the first inning. As Craycraft also has 4 hits on the year, a strikeout and a walk as he takes a swing and miss at the outside pitch by Nicholson to put the count at 1-1. Meanwhile, Nicholson is making his 5th start of the year. He currently holds a 3-1 record this season for Turkeyfoot as that one's chopped up in the air. A little bit of a tomahawk swing there from Craycraft as he pokes that one down the line foul. And now Toy has Craycraft right where he wants him here with a 1-2 count. And 2 outs as Nicholson comes set from the mound. Trying to get Craycraft here. The throw and the off-speed pitch just up high. As Nicholson there for a minute thought he got the batter Craycraft. Home plate umpire there in the blue says no. So Nicholson will have to deal one more here from the rubber. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Craycraft goes down swinging. And the Rams are coming up the bat here after 1 inning of play. It's a 5-0 lead in favor of Turkeyfoot. back here at Altoona. Stephen Hoover takes the first pitch up and tight inside for ball number 1 from Adomnik. Batting 9 in this order. He'll come up to bat here with the top of the order on deck. As Adomnik throws, Hoover chops that one down the line as it makes its way foul on the bounce. First strike number 1 here on Hoover. So far today on the day, Adomnik has thrown 23 pitches. Over 1 inning thrown. Trying to keep that as a limit, as it's going to be key today for Shade. How many pitchers they burn and how many they're able to keep, as Hoover can't hold back on the high baller. As he takes a swing at that one, first strike number 2. And now he has to battle back here with the 1-2 count. Adomnik trying to get him. But the chase pitch outside is a no-go for ball number 2. And they'll move the count to 2-2 here on the right-hander, Steve Hoover. Number 9, Adomnik, to the number 9 batter for the Rams. That one once again will miss outside the zone for ball number 3. So now the count's lit up at 3-2, and Adomnik will try to retire Hoover here as Hoover awaits the pitch. A ring him up, called strike 3. Hoover goes down looking as Adomnik with a beautiful job to paint the inside corners. And it throws the batter, Hoover, and down goes Hoover, and will bring up the top of the order here for the Rams with Will Toy coming to bat as the first pitch missed inside, as Toy had to jump out of the way a little bit, stretch over the plate to get out of the way of hitting him there. It was a little chirp in there from the Rams dugout to telling Toy to let him that they got ice. So next pitch is swung on and missed. First strike number 2, and that will move the count to 1-1 with 1 out here at PNG Field. Field looking terrific today in Altoona. Great job these ground crew keepers do, as that one's fouled back and makes its way sharply down there to the first row. And the count goes to 1-2. And Field looking excellent, and such a great opportunity for all these players to have here today on both sides, and everyone's so happy to be able to play here, as that one fouled into the dugout of the Rams. Should say the Rams dugout. As Toy stays alive here with a 1-2 count and 1 out. On the day, Toy is going 1 for 1 with that little blooper down the left field line as he got a double. We'll try to do something similar as he once again pokes that one down the left field line, but it'll go foul. They're right in front of the indentation of the picnic tables there out of play. And Toy doing a good job, though, working the pitcher Adomnik, as 2 back-to-back foul balls, and he'll settle in once more. Adomnik with a gun. Missed outside. Even up the count at 2-2. Not a bad attendance here today. And this one, fans spread out across the lower concourse area here at PNG Field. A good group gathering there behind the plate as Toy lines that one up to center field, and the blast from Toy puts him on first base as the line drive single into the gap right up to center field, puts Toy on first base with Cameron Kemp coming to bat here with 1 out. Kemp this season currently holds a .364 batting average. That's second best on this Rams team behind Nicholson. 9 RBIs and 12 hits as Toy takes off for second. That one's drilled into right field. It'll get by the right fielder, Fazenbaker. Toy was already rounding second. It's maybe a little bit of hit and run there. Now Toy will score, and a stand-up triple there from Cameron Kemp, as I believe they will charge an error there off of Fazenbaker as the fly ball went off of Fazenbaker's glove, and that will cost the Panthers big, as Kemp moves all the way up to third base, and the Rams tackle on one more run to make it 6-0. As that one is hit down the line, Trussler trying to get his way out of it. An excellent tag there from Merrick to get the glove on the side of the batter, Trussler. As Merrick was forced off the bag there, he couldn't hold on to the base, but did an excellent job of making sure he still got the tag there on Trussler. So Rott to Merrick gets the out. And with 2 outs here, a fresh count for the right-handed batter Nicholson. As he walked last time, but he'll drill that one. What a liner that was to left field. Over there to Lepacek. As Nicholson with a liner scores Kemp from third. And will bring up 23 Jesse Culp to the plate to bat for the Rams. And right now, Dominic just not able to get those runners out as Culp shows but pulls it back, and the ball gets by the catcher Romsberg. But meanwhile, Nicholson will move up to second base there on the pass ball. And that will put the count at 1-0. As I was saying there about Dominic, he's been throwing strikes, but you got to credit the Rams offense today for putting the ball in play and making sure that Dominic has to work even harder from the mound. And as Culp fouls that one back into the catcher's mitt, they're at the plate for strike number 1, and with a 1-1 count here, Culp settles in the box and will await the pitch from Dominic. That one once again will get by the catcher Romsberg as it bounces off the backstop there. And as I was talking today to assistant coach Frankie Ryan about that backstop, that could be big today if either one of these teams are trying to get runners, move up the runners on base with this big backstop, something that these teams are not used to seeing. They can really go all the way from first to third if one finds his way behind the catcher and settles down there behind the backstop a good ways there before you find the seats. So with a 3-1 count though, Jesse Culp with a liner down the line, and now Fazenbaker is trying to get on his horse to get to that one. Culp stops at second, but he'll get a stand-up triple. Jesse Culp, oh my, the junior puts a little more excitement in this one as he drills it down the first base line, and the triple for Culp and his third RBI today. Culp is on fire here in this one, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're head coach Brian Toy. And this one is having players like Culp step up in these key moments. And 6 hits on the day today for the Rams in total. 2 of those has been Culp. And Trussler will try to keep that success going here at the plate as he takes that ball outside. Meanwhile, Culp will move up a base and score from third there on the wild pitch. And now the bases are empty here for Hunter Holiday with a 1-1 count and 2 outs. Holiday on the day is going to 0-for-0 as he was walked and then got out there at second as Dominic can't find the strike zone there as that one misses inside for ball number 2. Through the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. On deck, sitting in the circle for the Rams is Grant Grove as Holiday hits that one over the third base. Rott, oh my, what a throw by Rott. He got it all the way over across the diamond. First baseman Merrick couldn't hold on, and now Holiday will go from first to third. And Holiday will move up all the way to third base. There as the ball from Rott to Merrick, a bit outside. Merrick couldn't hold on to the bag. And they'll get by and move Holiday all the way up to third base. And bring up Grant Grove to the plate. Who's that arrow on? Merrick or Rott? Who's that? Third or first base? And now up to plate here for the Rams is Grant Grove, and he gets a hold of that one to left field, though. Underneath of it, it falls off the glove of Lepacek to the warning track. The Panthers